Hey gang, I just wanted to bring you an update. I know that a lot of you are probably wondering where I'm hunting this year and what kind of vlogs I'll be doing and so forth with both the bear and the deer hunting. So I thought I would just kind of give you a rundown, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about some things that are significantly changing in my life that will change on this channel. Kind of a confession, I guess, I have to make, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But first of all, let's just kind of go through the hunts that I'm going to be doing this year, which I'll be bringing to you. And here it's the middle of April right now. Working on getting a Ontario bear hunt dialed in for May. And I'm trying to get that thing all dialed in. It'll be some fishing and bear hunting in Ontario, and I'll be vlogging that hunt. And if that doesn't work out, and there's a couple of things that have to fall into place for that to work, but if it doesn't work out, then I'm probably going to end up going to Manitoba instead. So I'm planning to do a bear hunt in the middle of May anyway, and we'll bring that to you as it develops, and I'll keep you posted on that. But this place in Ontario is a place that I've hunted several times in the past, and it's mostly a do-it-yourself, although we got to have an outfitter that signs off on our tag. Virgil will be going with me, and possibly one other person. So that's May, and then come August, of course, we will be guiding bear hunters here again in Minnesota. I don't know how many hunters I'm going to have this year. I got a lot of people that are applying for points to draw tags to hunt with me, but I just don't know how many of them we're going to have this year until the results come out there about the 1st of June. And I'll keep you posted on that. But we'll do a full vlog again on the Minnesota hunt, starting from the baiting on August 12th, when that starts, right on through the first week or two of the season. And it should be really fun. That was super popular last year, got a lot of views and a lot of comments, so that was pretty cool. Then after that, I will be, if everything works out, I will be going back to Maine for a combination bear and moose hunt, which is something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to hunt moose. It's like really high on my bucket list, and pretty excited about this. If it works out, I'm going to be hunting with George Sabatis, who guided me on a spring bear hunt in Maine last year, and we're going to do a combination bear and moose on Native American land. And George is a pretty good hunter, good guide, and I'm really looking forward to spending more time with him. So I really hope that works out. A couple things, once again, has to fall into place on that too. And then for fall deer hunts, of course, I will be hunting here at home in Minnesota, and I am gonna do something different on my food plot. And I've been normally planting brassicas around the first part of August, but this year I'm actually going to change that up, and I'm going to try some of this Lucky Buck seed. It's a clover seed, and I'm going to mix a little bit of brassica in with it, but I'm going to rely more on clover for the whole summer this year, and see if I can try to hold the bucks longer by holding the does throughout the summer on my food plot here on my home property. And so I'll be bringing you some of that, and we'll be killing some deer out here, I'm sure, and I got other friends and family that'll be shooting some deer off this food plot too. And one thing that I've always wanted to do, and I don't know if we'll be able to pull it off this year or not, but I've always wanted to do a video we have a bunch of friends come over, shoot a deer, and we just cook up the deer a lot of different ways. I got about a dozen buddies that all have their favorite recipe, and I think I'll just turn a deer over to them. They all get to cook their own favorite recipe, and then we're just going to eat the whole deer. And I just thought it'd be a really cool video. I think you'd really enjoy it, and seeing all the different recipes. And if this works out, we're going to try to do that probably maybe the end of September or something like that, where we actually shoot a deer and a bunch of us all get together and just eat the whole thing. So that'd be pretty cool. Another thing is the rut hunts this year, from end of October for the first couple weeks in November. I have enough points to draw Iowa this year, and I also have 2 points in Kansas. I haven't hunted Kansas for 2 years, but I went ahead and got the points, even though I probably only need 1 point. But I will be hunting private land of a friend who is in northeast Kansas. He is the owner of whitetail.com, and I'm going to be just doing a video vlog on this private land hunt in Kansas. And as you know, I've been a public land do-it-yourself hunter pretty much all my life, and pretty well staked my claim as one of the top influencers in public land do-it-yourself hunting throughout North America. But this year is going to be a change from that a little bit. That's going to be a private land hunt in Kansas, and then also I got enough points to draw an Iowa tag, and I'll be going back down to southeast Iowa to hunt with my buddy John. And there might be some public land hunt there too, but it'll primarily be private land. And I have sent him a bunch of Lucky Buck seed, and he's going to be planting some food plots down there on his family property. And also I sent him a ton of Lucky Buck mineral. I sent him a whole bunch of stuff that he's going to put out and get trail camera pictures of, and then I'll be hunting down there. John's a good buddy, and I've stayed with him and hunted public land down there. I've never been able to actually hunt his family land, which will be different this year. And he came up here and bear hunted with me. Unfortunately didn't get a bear, but next time he comes, I'm going to make sure that we change that. So those are the hunts for this year. And then just a little bit about how things are changing for me. You know, as I mentioned, do-it-yourself public land hunting has been a huge part of my life for the whitetails for many years. I've probably done 30 of them in I think 15 different states or something. And you know, I'm just getting a little older, and I don't go up and down a tree like I used to. And it's just I guess I just have sort of lost the drive for it that I used to have. And I'm kind of trying to figure out how to put this delicately, but you know, I got old and fat and not lazy, but my priorities are starting to change. And you know, I sold a ton of magazine articles and columns in the various bow hunting magazines and whitetail magazines on do-it-yourself public land hunting, and I just positioned myself as a leader throughout, especially the U.S. on that topic, and wrote a book on it, and did a lot of videos on it. But my life is just kind of transitioning, and I've got the opportunity to do more private land hunting now, where it isn't quite as hard to work and not quite so challenging. Although, you know, when I was younger, I loved to challenge and I loved to do things the hard way. But as I get a little older, I guess the word for it, I'm just kind of getting burned out. And if you watch my North Dakota vlog last year of the whitetails, you could probably kind of sense that, because I just don't have the drive for it that I used to. And another thing is, of course, I'm not making the money on it that I was when I was writing for all these magazines. You know, that dynamic has really changed. There was, at the peak, I was selling 80 to 100 features and columns to outdoor magazines a year, and this year probably that'll be under 20. So a lot of things have changed, and I've just decided that, you know, since I've got something of real value, the bear hunts that I'm doing, it makes sense for me to trade for whitetail hunts and things like that, and other types of hunts, moose, elk. I'm going to be branching out. Maybe, you know, I got I think 8 or 9 points in Wyoming for antelope. I've got points for elk and antelope and other things in Colorado and Montana and Wyoming, and so I'm going to be doing more of that. So this is transitioning, but you're going to watch the transition on this channel as I continue to video all the hunts. And I really appreciate you following along, and I'm sure glad that you're a part of this, and you've been a big part of my life, because so many people have commented, you know, followed these videos, and I just feel like, you know, we're friends because of all the positive comments, I guess, that I've got over the years, and I hope that'll continue. And I really appreciate you know, you sharing your thoughts on this as well as this transition in my life takes place. So thanks a lot for coming along, and it should be a really fun year.